I'm Elijah, and I used to think I knew my son. Trevor had always been the charming one in the family. Smooth talker, big smile, the kind of guy who could convince you the sky was green if he wanted to. "Dad, let's grab lunch," he'd said that Tuesday morning. Just the two of us, like old times. I'd been thrilled. Trevor was 32 and barely called anymore. We met at Romano's, this upscale Italian place downtown. Trevor ordered for both of us, insisting I try their signature pomegranate juice. "You'll love it, Dad," he said, sliding the glass across the table. "It's their specialty." I'd reach for it when my phone rang. My daughter Hannah, calling about her kids. "Sorry, I need to take this," I told Trevor. "No problem. I'll hit the restroom." I stepped outside to talk to Hannah for maybe 5 minutes. When I came back, Trevor was already at the table, looking relaxed. "Your juice is getting warm," he said. I was about to drink it when the security guard approached our table. Middle-aged guy, name tag reading Diego. "Sir, could I speak with you privately?" Diego asked, his voice low. Trevor's smile tightened. "Is there a problem?" "Just need a word with your father," Diego said firmly. I followed him to the entrance, confused. "I saw him slip something in your juice," Diego whispered, his hand on my shoulder. "Your son. I was watching the cameras and saw him drop powder from his pocket into your glass when you left." My blood went cold. "What?" "I'm serious. I've worked security 15 years. I know what I saw." I looked back at Trevor, who was checking his phone, completely casual. "Don't drink it," Diego said. "And I saved the camera footage. You should call the police." My hands were shaking. "Why would he?" "I don't know, sir, but whatever his reason, it's not good." I walked back to the table slowly. Trevor looked up with that perfect smile. "Everything okay, Dad?" "Actually, I'm not feeling well," I lied. "I think I need to go home." "But you haven't touched your juice," Trevor said, pushing the glass toward me. "At least have a sip." The way he was insisting made my stomach turn. "I'm really not thirsty anymore." Trevor's jaw clenched for just a second. "Fine. Let me drive you home at least." "No, I'll call an Uber." As I stood to leave, Trevor grabbed my wrist. "Dad, are you sure you're okay? You seem paranoid." I pulled away. "I'm fine, Trevor." I left cash for the bill and walked out. Diego caught my eye and nodded toward the back office. "Come with me. Let's secure that glass and the footage." I called my daughter Hannah from Diego's office. "Hannah, I need you to come to Romano's restaurant right now," I said. "Don't tell Trevor." "Dad, what's wrong? You sound scared." "Just come, please." She arrived 20 minutes later, finding me with Diego and 2 police officers who'd been called. "Someone want to explain what's happening?" Hannah demanded. Officer Sarah Harris spoke up. "Your brother was caught on camera putting a substance in your father's drink." Hannah's face went white. "Trevor did what?" "We have the video," Diego said, pulling it up on the monitor. "Watch." The footage was crystal clear. Trevor looking around, reaching into his jacket, quickly dumping white powder into my juice, stirring it with his finger. "Oh my God," Hannah whispered. "Why would he do this?" "That's what we need to find out," Officer Harris said. "We're sending the glass to the lab for testing." I spent the next 3 days digging into Trevor's life. What I found made me sick. Hannah and I met with my lawyer, Rebecca Collins, at her office downtown. "Your son has gambling debts," Rebecca said, sliding documents across her desk. "About $300,000 worth. He's being threatened by loan sharks." "How did you find this?" I asked. "I hired a private investigator. Trevor's been desperate for months." Hannah shook her head. "So he was trying to drug you, and then what?" Rebecca pulled out more papers. I found draft documents on his laptop. He was planning to have you declared mentally incompetent, get power of attorney, and drain your accounts. My chest hurt. My own son. The lab results came back, Officer Harris said, joining our meeting via video call. The substance was a heavy sedative mixed with a hallucinogenic, enough to make you seem completely out of your mind. He was going to film you acting crazy, use it as evidence for the incompetency hearing, Rebecca explained. Hannah was crying. How could he? There's more, the investigator said, appearing on screen. Trevor's been forging your signature on documents, trying to add himself to your bank accounts. The banks flagged it as suspicious. I sat back, devastated. I gave him everything. Paid for his college, his first car, helped with his wedding. And he was willing to destroy you to save himself, Rebecca said gently. What do we do? I asked. We confront him, Hannah said firmly. With everyone. The whole family needs to know what he did. Rebecca nodded. And I'll prepare new estate documents. He gets nothing. Officer Harris leaned forward on the screen. We have enough for criminal charges, attempted assault, fraud, forgery. He's looking at serious time. I want him to face justice, I said. But first, I want him to face our family. We set up the confrontation at my house. I told Trevor it was a family dinner. He showed up smiling, carrying wine. Hey, Dad, feeling better? Much better, actually. Hannah was there, along with my sister Patricia, my brother James, and Trevor's ex-wife Nicole, who he dragged into debt. Why is everyone here? Trevor asked, his smile fading. Sit down, Trevor, I said. He sat, looking around nervously. What's going on? I placed a laptop on the table, the security footage queued up. Want to tell everyone what you did at Romano's? I asked. Trevor's face went pale. I don't know what you're talking about. Really? Hannah hit play. Everyone watched in silence as Trevor poisoned my drink. Oh my God, Patricia gasped. Trevor, what is that? It's nothing, Trevor stammered. It was just a joke, a prank. A prank? James stood up, his voice thunderous. You tried to drug your own father. The lab identified it as a sedative and hallucinogenic, I said calmly. Enough to make me appear mentally incompetent. Nicole spoke up, her voice shaking. This is why you wanted me to witness those power of attorney documents, isn't it? Nicole, stay out of this, Trevor snapped. No, she said firmly. I'm done covering for you. He asked me to sign papers saying Elijah was mentally unfit. I refused. Trevor stood up. You're all overreacting. Dad, I was trying to help you relax. By drugging me without my knowledge? I asked. By planning to have me declared incompetent so you could steal my money? Hannah threw a folder at him. We know about the gambling debts, the $300,000 you owe, the loan sharks threatening you. We know you've been forging Dad's signature, Patricia added. The banks have records. Trevor looked around the room, surrounded. I was desperate. They were going to kill me. So you decided to destroy your father instead? James moved closer. Your own family? I would have paid it back, Trevor pleaded. Once I got the money, I would have... Stolen everything I spent my life building, I finished. Erased my dignity. Maybe even killed me with that drug cocktail. I wasn't trying to kill you, Trevor shouted. The dosage could have caused a heart attack, Officer Harris said, entering the room with Rebecca. At your father's age, it was definitely a risk. Trevor's eyes went wide. Who are you? Officer Sarah Harris. I'm here to inform you that you're under investigation for attempted assault, fraud, and forgery. Trevor backed against the wall. Dad, please, we can work this out. There's nothing to work out, I said. I'm your son, he cried. Doesn't that mean anything? Hannah stood up, her voice ice cold. You stopped being our brother the moment you tried to drug our father. Hannah, come on, Trevor begged. We grew up together. Remember when… When what? She interrupted. When we trusted you? When we loved you? You threw that away. Patricia crossed her arms. I watched you grow up, Trevor. I never thought you'd become this. Aunt Patricia, please listen. No, she said firmly. I'm done listening to you. You're a liar and a thief. James stepped forward. Do you know what Dad did when you needed money for your wedding? He took out a second mortgage on his house. Trevor's face crumpled. I didn't know. Because you never asked, James shouted. You just took and took and took. And when taking wasn't enough, you decided to destroy him. Nicole spoke quietly. You did the same thing to me. Gambled away our savings, forged my name on loan documents. Nicole, I was sick. It was an addiction. And instead of getting help, you tried to drug your father, she said. I divorced you for a reason. Rebecca opened her briefcase. Elijah has made some decisions about his estate. Trevor's eyes locked on her. What decisions? You're completely removed from the will, Rebecca said. Every asset, every account, every property. You get nothing. You can't do that, Trevor lunged forward. James grabbed him. Sit down before you make this worse. Hannah and James are the beneficiaries now, I said, along with Patricia and several charities. Trevor's voice broke. Dad, I'm your son. Your firstborn. You were my son, I said. Now you're just someone who tried to destroy me for money. Officer Harris pulled out handcuffs. Trevor Walsh, you're under arrest for attempted assault with a dangerous substance. No, wait! Trevor struggled as she cuffed him. Dad, please, tell her this is a misunderstanding. The only misunderstanding was me thinking you were still the boy I raised, I said. Hannah wiped her eyes. I hope it was worth it, Trevor. The gambling, the debts, all of it. I'll go to prison, Trevor whispered. Yes, you will, Officer Harris confirmed. The prosecutor is pushing for maximum sentencing, given the vulnerable victim and premeditated nature. Patricia turned away. I can't even look at him. What about the loan sharks? Trevor asked desperately. If I go to prison, they'll come after me. Should have thought about that before, James said coldly. Nicole stood up. I'm testifying against you. About everything. The forged signatures, the financial abuse, all of it. You wouldn't, Trevor said. Watch me, she replied. You ruined my credit, my reputation. I want everyone to know what you really are. Rebecca closed her briefcase. I've also contacted the State Bar Association. Any lawyer who helped you draft those incompetency documents will face ethics charges. We're done here, Officer Harris said, pulling Trevor toward the door. Say goodbye to your family. Trevor looked around the room one last time. Someone, please. Anyone. Silence. That's what I thought, Officer Harris said, leading him out. The door closed. We all stood there, processing what had just happened. Hannah hugged me. I'm so sorry, Dad. You have nothing to be sorry for, I said. James poured drinks for everyone. To family, real family. To Diego, Patricia added. That security guard saved your life. I'm sending him a thank you gift, I said. A big one. Rebecca smiled. Trevor's looking at 5 to 10 years. With his record and the evidence, there's no way he beats this. Good, Hannah said firmly. He deserves every second. Nicole raised her glass. And when he gets out, he'll have nothing. No money, no family, no reputation. He made his choice, I said. Justice isn't about revenge. It's about making sure the people who try to hurt you can never do it again. I got my life back, my dignity, and I learned who truly had my back. Some lessons come with a price, but this one was worth it. Have you ever had someone you trusted completely betray you for money? What would you have done if your own child tried to drug you? Like and subscribe for more stories about people who refused to be victims and fought back the right way.